decide, daughter, what's more important to you. When you just boil it down, make it simple, what's more important? Is their independence more important than their safety? The right to choose what they want to still do more important than safety? Or is safety more important than their ability to still choose and to still be and still have some independence? They've already lost some independence, and they understand that, and they're afraid.
That's a false dichotomy. We can have both safety, security, and freedom. In fact, you don't have any freedom if you don't have any safety. How can you be free? Okay, so Carol Riggenbach. That's Carol Riggenbach. She's running for House Representative of District 62 against Ryan G. Williams and of the Republicans, and then Matthew Martinez in the general election in November. But first comes... This is just 20-something days away. 20-something days away. Ryan G. Williams is 33 years old. He's got some pretty good ideas for a Republican. Carol Riggenbach. She's a God-believing, country-loving, people-uniting, gun-toting, Bible-packing mama who could get stuff done. Let's take back our freedom. Let's fight drugs and have safer streets. Let's get people well, healthy, and strong. Let's build up our law enforcement and justice system. Let's get people back to work in a healthy and safe environment. Let's attract industry with better paying jobs. Let's keep the San Luis Valley water. Let's support and respect our veterans. Let's increase the quality of education. Let's grow District 62's economy strong. She has two Bible quotes, Isaiah 45, 2-3, and Proverbs 28, 11. And they say, "This I will go before you, and you will level the mountains." No. I will go before you, and I will level the mountains. I will break down the gates of bronze and cut through bars of iron. I will give you hidden treasures, riches stored in secret places, so that you may know that I am the Lord, the God of Israel, who summoned you by name. That was Isaiah 45, 2-3. And then, the rich are wise in their own eyes. One who is poor and discerning sees how deluded they are. Interesting. Somebody that's for the poor against the rich, and they're a Republican. I am intrigued. So Ryan G. Williams, he won't advocate for ranked choice voting, but he supports it. It seems like he supports ranked choice voting. He's pro-right to bear arms, pro-due process, pro-right to vote. He's anti-crime. He wants to keep water in the San Luis Valley, keep it from export. He wants pro-school choice. He's pro-trade schools and pro-shop class. He's pro-term limits on Congress. Probably as a principle, just, pro-term limits. He believes the Constitution was established to limit the power of the government, and that these rights, all of our freedoms, are fundamental to our republic, our democratic republic, which they are. He's not for new social programs, but he wants to keep the social programs that are working or tweak them to make them better, such as these 4 areas: unemployment, food stamps, housing, and drug addiction. Some of those are federal. Food stamps is federal. I want to say unemployment. Is that federal? It might not be. Housing, HUD. The feds have food stamps and housing. I don't know if Colorado has their own housing, food stamp, unemployment, or drug addiction. Programs. The not so great ideas of Ryan G. Williams. He's a big anti-abortionist, which I only kind of listen to because Colorado has overcorrected the record. Some people say that absolutely no abortions, even after the day after. No abortions, that's murder. But then Colorado says you can do abortions all the way up to 9 months. Just go ahead. Yeah, abort. So, I feel like if they would make it 8 months or something, I don't know. Partial birth abortion is just so fucking revolting. And if you think you can abort a child up to 9 months, what about up to 18 years? You sick motherfuckers. So, we need balance. But, I don't... The right wing, I come from Kentucky, and there's only one abortion clinic that was open during Matt Bevin's reign, so it's kind of like, okay, so, that's not so great. He's against abortion. Is that a big fucking, okay, and then anti-drugs. I'm okay with that. I'm just wondering about the marijuana. Is he against marijuana? because that's no good. That is no good at all. He's also against the reintroduction of wolves. What's that about? Don't you want an ecosystem, a balanced ecosystem? And if you don't know where the wolves should be in America, I mean, if they're not in the national forest, then they should be in a zoo. But if they're nowhere at all, you don't know where you should be. You're on top of the food chain, but you're telling that the wolf is, you are the wolf. Hey, Colorado, you are the wolf. Remember Tatanka, and the Shawnee, the Comanche, the Apache, and the Utes, and the Kiowa. I'm also not excited that he won't run for minority House leader at first. She won't do it either, Carol Riggenbach, but Carol Riggenbach, is it Bach or Bach? I'm going to say Bach until I'm corrected. Carol Riggenbach, she says, because Riggenbach, it's like, oh, I thought you was going to say the CH. No, we just add letters at the end of the name for fun. She talked about getting on different committees. So I was, when I was thinking about leadership positions, I guess if you're tapped on the shoulder to go into a committee, but I want somebody that says, I'm going to go into Denver, I'm going to get on this committee, that committee, and this committee. I think she says all that. And then also I'm going to run for House Minority Leader because, it's mostly Democrats, 65 representatives in the House, about 100 total in both the Senate and the House. Most of the 65 in the House are Democrats, so he could run for Minority House Leader. All right. So let's see. Let's never lose our freedoms again. Carol Riggenbach says she can check the boxes. She's a mother of two, born and raised in the San Luis Valley. Her family served in the military. As a farmer, she had to fight for water. She's been working, as a nursing home, assisted living, and home health administrator. She's a small business owner. She's had experience in a large corporate America for 27 years. Land development, architecture, design, construction experience. She could do it all. Is there anything Carol Riggenbach can't do? School board chairperson, member of many boards and nonprofits, founder of nonprofit that helps locals and Kenyans. Nice. Single engine land tail wheel pilot. All right. She can fly a plane too. So there you go. Experience from the barn to the boardroom. God believing, country loving, people uniting, Bible packing mama. The best thing that I like about Carol Riggenbach is none of that stuff. She said her grandfather was Cherokee. He and my great-grandfather took an expedition for a Pueblo chieftain reporter in the summer of 1927 to the Great Sand Dunes National Park. There he showed the reporter the burial grounds near the sand dunes and all the spear points, arrowheads, and even skulls that were from Indian tribes who lived here in the San Luis Valley. My roots go deep. I respect this land in which we live. I respect the water, which is the lifeblood of our valley. We, as District 62, will stand and protect what is ours for the sake of the entire district. Huerfano County, I see you. Mineral County, I see you. Costilla County, Conejos, Alamosa, Rio Grande, Huerfano, Pueblo. I feel like I'm missing somebody. Monte Vista, Mineral, Rio Grande, Saguache. It said stupid G. It's like you don't want people saying your name. That's why you did that.
In this way, and they're stuck. They don't know how to make a decision and how to move. So the second thing, after you answer that question, you have to wonder whether or not, if you're going to be in a battle with your parents, you will remember the battle. And when you're in your 90s, you'll remember how it went with your parents. And you might have some cognitive dissonance if there's a lot of fighting going on.
So, Riggenbach has been affiliated with Alamosa Rotary, Rio Grande Tourism Board, Colorado Gerontological Society, San Luis Valley Community Action Agency. John C. Maxwell is a certified coach. Teepa Snow has a certified positive approach to care. She's done a lot of stuff. She did graduate from Adams State University. Okay. Some Virginia University, Adams State University, which is right here in Alamosa. Her career experience includes working in a healthcare administration, land development, and as a single engine land tail wheel pilot. Why are you so just say I'm a pilot. Well, you just kind of. I will stand and protect the way of life in the San Luis Valley. You know, there's a lot of dumb shit that's been happening. Poaching, you're going to protect the poaching? Is that what you're going to protect? Because, you know what I liked about the Native Americans was the great spirit, the Hopi, they believed in peace. But I liked a lot of stuff, actually. They use every part of the animal. Poachers, I hope she's not talking about protecting poaching. And her grandfather was Cherokee. She's got this story, so I believe it. She looks Cherokee. She looks, she's bronze. She's got that beautiful bronze. But everybody's related to Cherokee, so it's when Elizabeth Warren, when she, I'm a God-believing, country-loving, people uniting, gun-toting, Bible-packing mama that can get stuff done, that can get shit done. I feel like that's so exciting. And then she's like, hi, everybody, I'm Carol Riggenbach. She's a nursing home assistant. And then the next sentence, I'm a God-believing, country-loving, people-uniting, gun-toting, Bible-packing mama. I can get shit done. I'm also a nursing home assisted living and home health administrator for the last 27 years, and I still love it. I've been a servant leader to my seniors, families, and staff whom I've helped for years. I love to help people. I was born and raised in the San Luis Valley. I never left for 4 generations. My family has enjoyed southern Colorado. I've farmed for much of my adult life. I have had to fight for water. Small business owner of a historic building that houses Rain Brews in Monte Vista. I played a major role in designing and developing the bridge at Alamosa. In Alamosa, I continue to oversee operations as well as oversee my home health business, Rain Home Care. I found Rain Home Care International, which cares for seniors and the disabled in Kenya, Africa. I've been in corporate America for 27 years. I've been a member and board chair for many organizations during my career. The first public policy I'm personally passionate about is healthcare. Our healthcare freedoms are being attacked from every front. I've worked within the healthcare field for 30 years. I'm ready to make policy to protect our rights to choose what healthcare we accept and deny. The veterans of the United States of America paid a dear price. For our freedoms, we will take back our medical freedom and patient rights. My second public policy I have a burning passion for is the right of parents and their right to raise their children as they determine. Parents should have school choice. Sudbury model school, here we come. Rather than a school assigned to them, parents should have the right to review curriculum. Schools should not be influenced by politics. My third passion involves public safety. Law and order need to return to Colorado. Amen. By holding criminals accountable. Danny Sanchez, pay attention. My God, both. Not only is Ryan G. Williams against crime, but so is Carol Riggenbach. Carol Riggenbach is against crime, and so is Ryan G. Williams. Danny Sanchez, are you paying attention? There's a bunch of right-wing, fucking Nazi wannabe, KKK, Mickey Mouse, KKK motherfucking criminal motherfuckers in Costilla County. Danny Sanchez is okay with all the criminal behavior, though. He's okay with it. All of it. All of it. R.I.P. Tecumseh. Instead, current legislatures have decided to look the other way as criminals shoot up on our streets and in our parks, and worse yet, provide syringes and other paraphernalia to increase the tragedy of the drug war in our state. We need to pass the peace pipe, get rid of all these other fucking drugs. Marijuana's legal. We don't need... She says she looks up to Jesus Christ of Nazareth. What about Jesus Christ of Bethlehem? Bethlehem is in Palestine. I'd be interested to know her views on Palestine and Israel. She's staunchly anti-Unicameral legislature. She says it's too much like China, which she's a little... I like her. That's such a anti-Unicameral... Who the fuck... Why would they... Ballotpedia says, what do you think about a unicameral legislator? You know, I can't stand the Senate, so if you're saying get rid of the Senate, maybe, I don't know. Because it's a legislature, so you would have, But, she says it's too much like China. And you know what? I like the 3 branches of government. The House is split in 2, so it's kind of... I don't know. If we're talking about getting rid of the Senate, I might listen. But I feel like sometimes unicameral... Keep the Senate, get rid of the House? And I don't fucking think so. She likes Lee Greenwood's song. I'll sing this for you. Carol Riggenbach. I'm proud to be an American, or at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave their right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. God bless the USA. I'm an atheist with a Jesus complex. What's up? I remember clearly the 1986 Space Shuttle Challenger disaster, which exploded just 73 seconds after takeoff. I was in high school. I also remember as a child when Elvis Presley died. I was 4 when the Space Shuttle Challenger did that. And then Elvis died, was that the 50s? She was a child? That really dates you, Carol Riggenbach. I remember the day Elvis died. I bet that was huge. Her mother loved Elvis. Everybody loved Elvis. Oh, I won't be my teddy bear. If you ain't never caught a rabbit, you ain't no friend of mine. Went to a party in the county jail. I got the farming and ranching experience to be part of the Agricultural, Livestock, and Water Committee. It's essential for HD 62. I'd be very effective in the Health and Insurance Committee as well as the Public and Behavioral Health and Human Services Committee. Years of experience in corporate America make me the ideal candidate for the Finance Committee. Seems like she knows stuff, you know. You pass the laws that make sense, that's common sense for your average person, but you have to get them passed out of committee first, right? And then if you're in finance, then you got to do finance laws, right? If you're in fucking agriculture, you got to do agricultural laws. So I wonder if, when I'm asking him about experience or a leadership position, instead of being the big, the House Minority Leader, what committees are you going to try to get on? And I think you should start out with what laws do you want to pass, and then figure out which committee you would need to be on in order to get those laws passed. I would like for any of these candidates, just come up with the top 10 list. When we send you to Denver, you're going to introduce these 10 laws. They're legislators, right? They're not going to solve everybody's world's problems. They're going to go and write the laws. So writing the laws can influence things, but they're not like police officers. We all have, whatever, their power is limited. They're not the executive branch. They're not the judicial branch. They're the lawmakers. And there is power in writing the laws if people are adhering to the laws and listening to the laws. But these criminal bastards, they're not reading any of I don't think they're paying attention to any of the Nazis in Costilla County. I don't think they're paying attention to any of the goddamn laws that Denver's coming up with. And then Carol Riggenbach is also against emergency powers because she says they're a curtain to hide behind to suppress the people and they've been abused. She's right. I don't know if that was the point or where they were trying to, but no, fuck emergency powers. So, yeah, there you go. Carol Riggenbach, everybody. Carol Riggenbach. And I'll mention a couple more things. Ryan G. Williams, he's a constitutionalist. He's in favor of the Electoral College, which is, I think that's stupid. Yeah, that's stupid. I think it's stupid, like the wolves thing, the abortion thing, kind of. The abortion thing's mostly stupid. Only because Colorado's overcorrected. And that's why the Democrats should have went ahead and corrected it because, so pro-electoral college, Colorado is now a blue state because of the Electoral College. You don't like blue states and red states? That's because of the Electoral College. The Electoral College is anti-democratic. I don't even want to get into the... He's pro-Abraham Lincoln and George Washington. He liked that George Washington had the divine providence to fight the war. The 3 holy wars for America is World War II, the Civil War, and the American Revolutionary War. Abraham Lincoln... He liked Abraham Lincoln because he stood up for his principles. Abraham Lincoln's a fucking beast. George Washington was American Revolution number 1. Abraham Lincoln is American Revolution number 2. And then FDR, American Revolution number 3. He also says, Ryan G. Williams says he likes John Adams because he believes in the right to representation. He represented the Redcoats in the Boston Massacre because even the damn Redcoats deserve representation in court. Ryan G. Williams has also read the Federalist Papers. He majored in philosophy, so it's interesting that he's got Also, he wants read Federalist number 51. This motherfucker's on point. This is like my first year of political science at Xavier University. John Locke's second treatise in government. You need to tell me what you get out of that, because I don't really care much for John Locke too much. The right to life, liberty, and property. I mean, is there anything else past that? He also, likes the book 5,000 Year Leap in Plato's Republic. John Adams and Thomas Jefferson, he liked their relationship because even though they were the opposites, they were best friends with each other until the end. And then he ranks he's number 1, a human, number 2, a Christian, number 3, American, number 4, Republican. Now that's interesting. He's more human than American? What kind of American is this? You need to be more American than human. I'm American by birth, revolutionary by the awful grace of God, human, Christian. He's more of a Christian than an American. Oh, my love of Jesus is more than my love of the American dream. And then a Republican. So, he can define those words. He can, human is fine. Christ, Jesus is cool. America, awesome. Republican. I'm for the Republic. I like the Republic because it's got elections, and the Republic was against the divine right of kings and a whole bunch of stuff. Without elections, we don't have a republic. So without democracy, there is no goddamn republic. So it's a democratic republic, and I love it, and I think it's fantastic. So thank you, Ben Franklin. You gave us a republic, and I intend to keep it. I intend to keep it, Ben Franklin. I intend to keep it. Let's see. Carol Riggenbach. What else? We got some websites here. Y'all want to hear some website? Here's what Carol Riggenbach is talking about. Freedom. Our current politicians are disillusioned and drunk with power. Are they true warriors for the people? Oh, Carol Riggenbach, you got good rhetoric. Who are they fighting for? These may be strong words, but it's time for strong words. No more will we play patty cake while our rights as Americans are stripped from us. Who's playing patty cake? No more will we watch our seniors suffer under medical tyrants. No more will we watch our children suffer terribly from school curriculum that strips their innocence. No more will we watch them suffocate under dictators who don't. What's she think about Uvalde? She's talking about law and order. We do need law and order. We do need to be against crime, but we also need police reform. The law means nobody can commit crimes, even cops. What, you got a gun and a badge, and so what? That means you think you can go commit crimes? No, motherfucker. Nobody commits crimes. Nobody's committing crimes. So the Uvalde, the cops just had their thumbs up their assholes while the fucking school shooting happened. So what do we need that shit? She's gonna, defund the police? Yeah, we should defund the goddamn police. What the fuck is the point of having a bunch of police officers that we pay day in and day out to harass everybody that's lawful and listens to them? But when you got a real goddamn criminal, they don't do a goddamn thing. Motherfucker, we were paying you a goddamn yearly salary to stand up. Yeah, I know, you want to protect yourself. That's fine. Keep yourself safe, protect yourself. But you can't angle yourself. You couldn't have got close to the damn building. You couldn't. What the fuck? No more will we watch them suffocate under dictators who don't care what moms, dads, and grandparents have to say. Dictators, listen to. She hates the government but loves the police. Guess what, Carol Riggenbach? The police are the government. The stormtroopers for the damn government are the police. There was some Supreme Court case that said something about they don't actually have to serve and protect or some shit. No, they got to serve and protect, and if police aren't going to serve and protect, get rid of them. And defund the police isn't, totally get rid of all the police. It's to take the money that we're spending for police and put it in, drug prevention, drug addiction, put it in for homelessness. There's a lot of shit the cops have to deal with that has nothing to do with policing at all. Why should the police officers have to deal with our homelessness problem? Homelessness is a political issue. All these damn Christians don't give a shit that people are sleeping on the fucking streets. So let's build some goddamn housing. That's what Ryan G. Williams is calling for, building some housing. Why are we disrespecting our police officers? Some cops are good. You know who I really like? I love Colorado cops. I love the State Highway Patrol. I've had so many good experiences with Colorado's State Highway Patrol. I love Colorado's Highway State Patrol. I feel like I was driving through the mountains super fast, and he got on my ass, basically getting me to slow down, even drove on the, opposite or the wrong side of the road. And I'm like, fuck. He's going to pull me over. But as soon as I slowed down to, a decent speed, he backed off and just let me drive on through the mountains. So basically he's like, these mountains are tough, man. And that the Dukes of Hazzard, the law ain't going to get him, but the mountain will. So be careful, right? So amazing. A police officer who actually gives a damn about my safety, who's there protecting and serving me, not just thinking that he wants to put his goddamn fucking hands on me. And anyways, to uphold the American justice system in its raw and pure form with honor and respect to the people, thin blue line is bullshit. So she's, questions the government, but then says cops are great. The cops are the government. So you need to, there's a contradiction you need to figure out. Life is precious. Every life is precious. Government needs to get out of our medical decisions. We as Americans need to be free to seek the health care we choose. This is all a bunch of rhetoric against universal health care, which health care is life, okay? And you know what? Between America's Medicaid and Medicare and Social fucking Security, all you motherfucking anti-healthcare motherfuckers, yeah, get rid of your Social Security. Get rid of your Medicare and Medicaid, please. Save America a bunch of goddamn money. Bunch of hypocritical motherfuckers. Anyways, between Colorado's coverage of healthcare and America's coverage, there's only 5%, maybe even less people who don't have healthcare coverage. So that's pretty good. And people that say they don't want universal healthcare are saying, 95% of us got what we need. We just came out of this fucking, pandemic or whatever. And even if it was just a little sniffle and it wasn't the worst, but we don't need, the 5% is the ones not having health care. They're going to be the sick and they're going to spread all. We need to protect ourselves. Get universal health coverage for everybody just to make sure that the 5% motherfuckers without coverage aren't spreading their fucking diseases everywhere. Is there enough housing? Good question. Is it affordable? Good question. Why aren't people working and contributing to the communities? Good question. Without labor, nothing ever gets done. If the working class stops, the whole thing stops. Why can't a young person get housing? We need to ask some questions to get to the answers. Let's get to the bottom of the issue. Pray for wisdom. Come up with a solution to help or not do further harm. What's that? You need to be humble. You need to have wisdom to know the difference, right? Change the things you can. Don't change the things you can't. And the wisdom to know the difference. So, humility. Grant me the humility to change the things that I could change. And grant me the humility to change. Grant me the courage. I don't. Let's see. Huerfano. Let's click on Huerfano. I do like, she's got Twitter and Facebook and she's got email. You can contact Kel Riggenbach about 20 different ways. I don't know if she's got it all synchronized. I would like to know which one does she use her phone? Does she use Facebook? I'm mostly Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. And I haven't really I never tried TikTok or any of the other shit that Generation Z is working on. But is that because I'm not evolving? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Huh? So there you go. Carol Riggenbach, Ryan G. Williams, and Matthew Martinez. Those are the three candidates. For right now, you might have some independent that jumps in, but for right now, those are the three candidates for House District number 62.